Hello, this is Terrorontor, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 33rd episode of Terrorontor Plays Minecraft. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is 33rd. In today's episode, we are going to start off by using our super duper fancy diamond pickaxe with Fortune 2 and Unbreaking 3 to break down all of this. So I'm going to do that in time lapse because that is the kind of thing I just imagine being incredibly boring to watch. So I'm gonna go do all this in time lapse, and hopefully I'll get a ton of experience. I doubt it'll be 30 levels. Darn it! Alright, so that means that enemies are indeed spawning up in the roof of this somehow. Gotta fix that. Alright, so I'm gonna break down all of this ore now into experience, and we can count up how much we have before and after, and see how much the Fortune 2 benefit the cause. So let's start out with coal, and we can see right here that we have 3 stacks of coal and an additional 24. So let's remember that in our heads, and I'm gonna go into time lapse and break it all down, and I will be seeing you in just a minute. Hello there. So from those about 3.5-ish stacks of coal, look at what we got. We just got a crazy amount of coal here. I think the test was a little skewed. I didn't do it perfectly because I had some stuff. I think I already had some coal in my inventory before we started. But still, check this out. We started out with like that much-ish from there to there. And we have at least doubled that, and we also gained 13 levels, which is quite a bit. So there we go, bam. Let's make sure before we do the rest of this, we do not have any redstone or lapis in our inventory. So these next tests will be spot on. They'll be perfect. Yep, so go, just spread that out. Alright, so now all of it will go straight to our hotbar. Let's do this. Let's start out with the lapis. Oh, this will be an impressive one. We have 4 of them, and oh my gosh, look at all of that. That's just crazy. 30 lapis from 4 of those. And I think normally they drop about 4 to 5 each. So we should have gotten 16 to 20. And we just got like double that, so that's awesome. And now let us do the redstone. This is also quite a bit of stuff. So I think I'm going to do it in to time lapses. And once I am done, I'll see you again very, very soon. Well, no, maybe. No, I'll just do it in normal time. While I do this, you may have been noticing recently that I've been all like, oh, yeah, I'm working on that intro outro thing, and you should be seeing results from that, like, today or tomorrow. Technically, that should be true. I have been working on that, but you see, there is a special day coming up in the near future. And I would like to do a special for that. So I've been working very, very hard on that special, and I've been making that a priority because that really is incredibly important to me to get that done. So if you're not seeing results in other places, that's just because I'm working on other things that are still for this channel. Though I actually am working on some things recently that are not for this channel. I'm in marching band, and the marching band season is starting up at my school because I'm just a 16-year-old little schoolboy. So yep, I still have all that going on. I have AP classes that I'm studying for and stuff like that. Hey, but look at all this redstone we got. Wows. That's fantastic. You know, I still need way more than this, but this is good. This is not a bad amount of redstone. And bam, wow, just look at all of this, all of these valuables we have. That's crazy. Super cool. Let's see. Cobblestone, you don't go in here. I have a place for cobblestone. Yeah, so we really just have to decide what to do with the rest of this episode, because we clearly have tons of time left, just tons of it. We really do need to make a storage room sometime soon, but I'm not sure I want to do that today. I was talking about doing that whole cool lighting thing with this building where we have the lights right up there. And if a single light is on inside the building, you will be able to see it from outside the building. I still think that's a really cool idea, and I would like to do that. Where's that skeleton? There he is. Darn it, I broke redstone up there. I make my own life so difficult. Indeed, so we are, I think we are going to do this today, this fun thing, and I'll be able to talk more about how redstone works, so that'll be lots of fun. So let's go grab us some redstone, and we can just hop right to this, and it really shouldn't take that long. I'll probably need some redstone and some redstone torches, and 2 more glowstone lamps. I know that I have 1 in here. Do I have another one already made, though? Nope, I do not see anymore. Alright, so I'll make another glowstone lamp. And we'll just grab a good stack of redstone. And do I have any torches lying around? Redstone torches. It does not look like I do. Hey, so I'm gonna make some of those. And I don't want to go into time lapse. I'm only gonna be doing that for like a couple of seconds. So I'm not gonna go into time lapse. You can't make me. Yep, so let's just do this. Bam, make some redstone torches. I'm actually not sure how many I'll need, so I'll just make a couple for now. And I can make more later. And this is gonna be pretty darn simple overall. And I'm also gonna need a couple of blocks, so I'll grab some dirt. Okay, so let's look at this. The hardest thing will be actually weaving the current up between the smart furnace mechanism thingies. Other than that, though, it'll actually be quite simple. So here's our idea. Here is it, right? We just do something like this. And now what I'm doing right now, though it is incredibly simple, just placing a couple blocks here and there, will be the foundation of this entire thing. Because now we can place redstone here and causing block updates, so I'm gonna have to go reset all of these. But that's fine. And actually, we really don't even need these ones, do we? No, we do not. Alright, we are back, and I changed a setting with fraps, so I'm hoping that that'll help. Not positive, though. Alright, so what I'm doing here is really very, very simple. The idea is that I want to somehow link up the currents, right, the redstone currents, from every single one of these without actually modifying what we already have going on. And it looks like this one was actually powered, so I need to go check that furnace. So how I'm choosing to do that is splitting the power here, right, at each of these blocks. What time is it? Alright. So splitting it right here, where you have this redstone repeater going up to this. The power still goes forwards, and each of these forward-going power things are still isolated. But now the power also goes to the side, and it's really easy to just link up all of the ones that are to the side, right? We can just place redstone down and have them all connect, and it won't interfere with the already existing current in any way. So that's what we are going to do. Yeah, so I think I am going to work on this bit in time-lapse, actually, because it really won't take all that long. We'll just have it going underground down here. Ah, bleh. So see, this is just a really easy way of linking up all of these currents. And I probably will need some repeaters. Actually, I'm pretty sure I definitely will need some repeaters. To make these connect better, I guess. I mean, just to make the redstone currents from the farthest out ones extend the entire way. Blech. Yes, so I'm gonna do some of this in time lapse because it's pretty repetitive. And when I am done, I will see you again. So I'm gonna go work on this, and I'll see you in just a minute. Sorry, my fan is on, my overhead fan. I'm not gonna make you listen to that, I just turned it off. Okay, so I generally have it working, but I did break some stuff in the process, and it shouldn't be too hard to fix. I think the answer at this point is honestly repeaters, so I'll just make some of these and go place them. I actually need more, I think, darn it. Using up all my redstone. Need more sticks. Alright. Yeah, so, I'm going to kind of explain what we have done so far. Okay. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Let's check this out. So, here's the idea, right? Is that, yes, we do indeedly have all of these linked up quite nicely. But the problem is, whenever one of these turns on, it causes a block update, and that just won't do. So there is a pretty easy fix for that. It'll just take a second, and I'll show you what it is, and then if you ever make something like this and you have a similar problem, you will know what to do. So the reason the blocks are updating, right, which causes the lights to come on because of this whole bud switch, is because whenever this redstone here receives power, it does cause that to happen. And what that means is that whenever one of these lights comes on, right, it is essentially causing all of the other lights to come on. If you understand what I'm saying there, when one of these lights comes on, it causes this block update for all of these because this power is being sent, right? Which causes the rest of the lights to turn on. So just having it like this simply will not do. It's not good enough, not good enough. So our solution to that is going to have to be actually somewhat complicated, right? Because as you can see here, even with just these two blocks right next to each other, the solution to make it like kind of a long term would be to place repeaters like this, right? And then even if these come on over here, it will not cause a block update over here, but we still have this whole problem with when like this one comes on individually, it will cause this one to undergo a block update. So we have got to figure that out. What, is night falling already? God, days are too short. Alright, so the answer to this is going to be somewhat simple, somewhat simple, a little bit simple. What I'm kind of thinking at this point is, well, let me sleep and then explain this while I can actually show you what I'm thinking. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, so my kind of idea for what is happening is that right now we have this all set up so that this right here is affected by, and it affects 2 of these blocks. So really all we have to do is make it so that each block only affects 1. So a way to do that, in theory, would be to have another something like this going on between each of these, if you know what I mean. So that just when that light comes on, it only affects this individual block. But we don't really have room for that between all of these, so that's kind of an issue. Another option would be trying to base it off of this redstone, and that's actually what we're going to end up doing. The solution for this is pretty simple. We don't need these blocks, right? That's the first little part of it. And we are going to use that to our advantage. So let's just knock all of these out. Oh, yeah, and then I'll kind of explain where we're going to go for there. So because of that, we're going to take all of this out. We don't really need it. And this is sort of a trial and error thing. So I'll just kind of explain the idea, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's get rid of all of this. There we go. Want to make sure I pick up all of my redstone. Yep, and then we no longer need any of these blocks. Alright, so here's a little interesting doodad-a-bobber, a little thing you might want to know about redstone. When powered redstone sitting on top of a block, it is not only powering the blocks it is going into, but it also powers the block directly beneath it. So let me see, I'm pretty sure this will work. If we place a repeater right here, yep, it gains power from that. So there we go, we just fixed our problem, because now we can just link up the power from all of these repeaters. And while we're working on this, I'm going to remove this dirt. Hey, look, I have a shovel on me. Cool. So I'm going to remove all this dirt while we work on that. And I will, of course, be putting it back because, you know, it is quite important. But, you know, it's a pretty simple fix to a problem that at first seems quite complicated. So, there you go. If you'd like me to do redstone tutorials or something where I kind of explain all of these redstone physics in greater details, you just have to ask. I will be glad to do that. Because, yeah, redstone really is not quite as complicated as people think it is. It just takes practice. Once you get to know redstone, it is really quite a nice guy. Oh, man, yeah, so I'm gonna have to remove all of this, and, oh, here we have this lag again. Hello, hello. So, hey there. As you can see, we are in super fast time-lapse mode right now. Alright, so my recording software kept having problems with my, it would freeze up because my computer was overheating. So I just shut my computer off for like 20 minutes, went downstairs, ate some food, had the, fan on it, cooled down nicely. I came back, turned it back on, and continued recording. And I actually tested my microphone just before I started up again and everything like that. But I don't know, something happened, and yet again, I have lost my audio. So, I'm terribly sorry about that, really super sorry. I'm gonna try harder to make sure it doesn't happen again. Because I think I can control it, it's just kind of hard to spot. So yeah, I'll definitely be more careful with that in the future. But basically, I just figured out some stuff with redstone and explained some stuff with redstone, real nice like. And it all works out in the end. It's real good. Like I'm going to actually go through after this time lapses, and I'm just going to explain everything in normal time in actual Minecraft and stuff. So you're not missing much. You're seeing everything. You're just missing the commentary, which I did have in there, and that's kind of a bummer. But hey, it's not all bad. You're still watching what's happening, listening to some awesome Approaching Nirvana, which will come up in just a second now, and afterwards I will explain everything you missed. So please enjoy this wonderful music by Approaching Nirvana, and I will see you again soon. there! So, we're finally back! Oh, yay, happy day, happy day. I just showed you that whole time-lapse thing, and I'm going to explain all of the redstone behind this. But first I have to explain why we're here, instead of out in that grassy field with a tree where the time-lapse actually ended. So today is official technical difficulty day, because you see, after I had all of those terrible technical difficulties and I decided, oh, herpaderp, I'll come up here and check all this out and stuff and show everyone what the redstone is. I actually did an entire clip where I already explained all of this, but then I had yet another technical difficulty, so I actually lost all of that footage. And I'm trying again, and I'm just gonna hope beyond hope, that all of these technical difficulties we have been experiencing were a fluke. I'm gonna hope really, really hard, like as hard as I can, that this is not a regular thing that's just started at random. So yeah, now with that being said, let's kind of go explain all of this. Okay, so here we have all of our individual smart furnaces, right? Totally as they are, totally unmodified, except for these little repeaters going out of each one. Now, as you can see, the repeaters don't affect this actual, the smart furnaces in any ways, but the smart furnaces do affect the repeaters, and that's really, really good. Because if we had tried to make the redstone power go off like this or something, that just wouldn't have worked at all. That would have been a terrible idea to have the redstone, like, connecting as such. That just wouldn't have worked, because it would have messed up every individual smart furnace and connected them in some way. But if we have all of the redstone currents going off through these repeaters, that means that we can have all of the redstone currents connect without actually affecting the individual smart furnaces. So that's really good. Now, as you can see, if a single smart furnace is turned on, it will end up sending power the whole way around to here. It doesn't matter which one is turned on. If any of them are turned on, this will receive power. The power goes up, 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 up. There's this weird half slab thing, which means that power can go up diagonally through a half slab, and then it goes up on top of the half slab to this inverter, right? So this turns this redstone torch off, which turns this redstone torch, this redstone torch, one second, herpaderp, herp, okay, that turns that redstone torch, that redstone torch on, which turns this one off, and that, powers this redstone when it's on to turn this off, and this is another inverter. And it's basically just a really fancy way of sending the power up, weaving between two smart furnaces without actually changing anything. And it eventually comes up to here. And you probably saw in my little time-lapse bit a second ago that I had some problems with this, and there were shadows in this tunnel below, because we are directly on top of that tunnel down there, right? So there's some problems with that. But redstone, if it is on top of a block, it does not create that weird shadow thingy. So I had to find a way of doing that, and this was my solution. As you can see, this is actually the last bit of the tunnel right there, and then these are just stairs, so having this block on top of that didn't create an issue. And having this redstone power flow directly into that redstone lamp ends up powering this one as well, just because it's adjacent, and that's how those work. So, there you go. That's my incredibly super intense explanation. Probably the best explanation that anyone's ever given about anything. And I lost all that footage, and I had some technical difficulties, and I got incredibly angry, actually, and I decided I just had to take breaks and stop recording, like long breaks, because I was incredibly angry. And I didn't want to make videos where I was angry, because that would just be depressing to watch and depressing to record. So I just decided to take a break, but hey, now it's finally out, and as you can see, these lights are on. That's what this is really for, because sometimes, right, what if I was thinking, alright, sorry, backtracking again. So the purpose of this building was that, you know, I walk in and I'm like, oh, look at this light is on, which means that I cooked something in here. Check that out, how cool is that? And in this case, I accidentally turned these two on because I was, updating blocks. But, you know, that's the point, that I can walk in here and say, oh, that's right, I forgot I had cooked something in here. Right, but then I started thinking, well, what if I really do forget that I cooked anything at all? How will I remember that? You know, because what if I'm just walking by here and I'm like, oh, herpaderp, right, there might be a light on in there, but I wouldn't even know. So now, if a light is on in there, if any light at all is on, let's see, what can I cook? I'll cook up 3 iron. It'll be a slight waste of a piece of coal, but it's for the sake of an example. So here we go, let's just say I pop in this piece of coal and these 3 iron. Right now that light is on. which means that I come out here, you know, I woke up in the morning, I'm walking by my smart furnace building, herp-a-derp. Oh, these two lights are on as well, okay. That means that I definitely just cooked something. So it's just a really convenient way of figuring all of that out. So I'm pretty happy we got that done. I think I'm going to be done with the episode for today, because I actually still have to record yet another episode in order to catch up, because, like I said, I took lots of breaks and now I'm a day behind. So, I think I'm going to be done with the episode for today. So, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you would like to see more videos like it, leave a subscribey thingy. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment or send me a message. Tune in next time to see me... I honestly have no idea. To see me... herp and derp, perhaps? Thank you very much for watching. Terrorontor is